Straight back into it then. Corrode is on the cards between these two teams. MIBR showcasing that they were not going to be pulled into that fast tempo, the aggression, that ranked playstyle almost that Envy have just been forged into. You know, there's a lot of interesting little flavors I think you can add to a match like this too. The fact that you have this team that is path to pro, they've made it all the way, and now getting the chance to really go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the world. But also the fact that, you know, you've got this extra element, right? You've got Kesnet playing against Mazzino.
Yeah. Two
Chilean players who, you know, we got Santiago coming up, right, in Chile, so that's really Masters fun. One.
Yeah, and they're players that have played together plenty before. Players that have played against each other, as you're seeing right now as well. And both of them, I mean, Kesnet especially was saying he's like particularly excited that Santiago is on the horizon. If Envy were able to get there, that would be astonishingly good.
Yeah.
Completing the path to pro, and then at that point, you're almost Royal Roading it, like going all the way through to the global tournament. MIBR, though, are expected to make it. That's the difference in expectations for this team. And it is Zekken on Omen. I'm a little disappointed, I must be honest. I was hoping to see the Yoru Waylay come out for this map.
I'm with you.
It's fine, it's a good comp.
It is a good comp, yeah.
I got no problems.
Was hoping to see it though. Listen, part of the reason why I was so excited for this MIBR team to be formed, but Envy are going to be running it, so it gives them those options to slow it down in the right places, also speed up where necessary.
And I think based on the style that MIBR were wanting to run on Abyss, playing double controller like this and playing around the info game and just setting up Aspas on these good opportunities to be able to, you know, get in deep on the attack side, but then also recall out, play to trade on the defense, put an op in his hands. Like it's NRG, isn't it? It's that kind of style.
Yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
style that MIBR played at Champs as well with Aspas on the Waylay. It just works for them.
As we head in here, timer ticking down for Corode. I also want to see Envy, I think, learn from some of the mistakes in that EG matchup. Took them a while to get all the pieces working together, clicking, I think, as well. Big stage, maybe just kind of looming at the back of their minds, but yeah.
This was one of the maps, though, where I think they looked good.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, the desk was talking about it. They increased the tempo a little bit. They had good, fast reactions to what was going on, and they were getting Kesnet a bit more into the game.
Let's get into it. Map 2. Again, par for the course, MIBR. Nothing flashy, nothing fast. Going to take as much space for free as they possibly can just by walking up slowly. Knife against the back, but now you see it double dash forwards as well. Good clearance towards a level of it. Exter announces himself, taking down the final boss. Flash and a refight called for. Envy are just eager to get stuck into the mud with this one. And it could get muddy at that. The blind on their side is picture perfect again. That sees connects. Tex gets 3. The double swing towards the end. There's a tempering, controlling of the pace that we were talking about. MIBR do it again, but they leave it into a 1v2 for Inspire. Double walking, he's holding the angle, anticipating it all to come to him.
That is a great read from Inspire. Pop off towards the end of the round, well deserved too. Smart play. Hex with 3 here is really nice, following up off the Paranoia and even getting another one with his dying breath. But Inspire plays that really intelligently.
Good shit, guys. Push spot. Let's go.
That's the kind of thing that Envy have been doing quite a bit of.
Yeah.
But showcasing that they can shut it down when other people do it.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen this before in my life. Where is that?
There's a lot of interesting stuff on Corode.
The observers continue to find new things hidden around the map.
A moving delivery truck.
The salt mines. What are they harvesting?
I don't know. It can't be good for you, though. It's everywhere.
It's the microplastics, man.
Yeah, well, we've already got that, so not too different.
Tex is falling early over here. See if MIBR look to prioritize ult orbs. What's their objective in a round like this?
Yeah, farm up the orbs if you can. See what the setup might look like. See if you can overwhelm here, but Envy, plenty of bodies in the right places for this one, gets it. God damn. Relentless.
He's hunting.
Beams him down. Yeah, gets ever so close. Halfway now to his own ult.
What else they got, huh?
Kesnet's got the potential to be one of the best players in Americas. He has been across his career. Just depends how the team around him functions and whether or not he can get put in positions where he gets that space and gets to rely on his...
That's my mano. That's my mano. Boa, boa. Boa, boa.
They're learning for when they go to Santiago.
Yeah.
All right, so weaker weaponry. Can they put Kesnet and Exter in positions?
Real fast beginning. Oh, there's a chance of a fight there, but The frag's going to be used on either side.
Respect.
Rossi's ahead of a lot of this, I think, on the smoke. MIBR gearing up. Inspire just deep push. This is just brazen to his core.
I like tucking in this corner.
The 1v1, take it, good crosshair placement. He's over swinging again.
Swinging deeper in the 5v4.
I mean, listen.
It's kind of crazy. You know that they're mid-defaulting. You know that Mazzino is not going to be the only one there, but all right. Maybe he thought there was another player just tucked right around the corner. It's not usually going to be the KO alone holding the B default, right? So maybe he thought there's going to be another person right here. I've got no chance of escape.
If there was any hope of MIBR speeding things up, I think plays like that are going to firmly assert them to just keep playing slow.
Yeah, because now you've got so many different angles over towards B main, where there's a threat of somebody being in a close corner, an off angle. This is a real off angle.
Yeah, drone got used for mid, reposition, smoke up. Poppins here, forwards, Aspas. Win that fight out now.
It's a serious
flying
risk.
Forwards to dart over towards the top. Rossi is an off angle of his own, but the reveal, so position spoiled, anchor smoke placed. Wants to try and split up a bit of this side in this map. Is going to be TPing backwards and away, over fighting. MIBR looking for this one. Verno!
Front.
Tip tap in, dancing around them. Saturate, he does not care. Next up, forwards again, controlling the spray towards it. No bonus conversion here for Envy.
A little bit unfortunate there for Rossi that he wasn't able to land the paranoia properly. Verno, though, absolutely deletes the Envy players. And Poppin, he does take a large risk in B main, but I don't mind it on a, you know, a bonus round like that.
Yeah.
That is the time to take risks like this. But Fraud's happy that MIBR are back in the game real fast. Mazzino 2 away from getting his null command online. And with MIBR's pace, you can afford to play for some of the orbs. Play a slow game, see what happens.
It's only been slow.
Oh,
flash forwards.
This is a bit faster.
That's a lot of damage. Ding through the wall. Rossi has to back up and find himself falling away from it. Aspas looking like he potentially wanted to gear up, but duration fading on that pullback, so.
I definitely think the intention there was to go for the double dash and engage into Poppin's position. But
from mid, Tex is just open towards that. Kesnet taking a peek anyway. He knows that there's a second player. Tex now going to be squeezed. Oh my goodness! Kesnet, it's relentless. Just wants to keep going for a little bit more. Aspas, though, is a player that you do not want to take lightly. Well, not damage done. Rossi's weak. Poppin only has a judge. Still possibilities for MIBR.
He's missed Mazzino.
This jump spot will not catch Mazzino if he lurks up, tucked close to the wall.
It is silent, but you're right. There's a big gap, and he didn't even see
He's
Aspas.
Or maybe potentially, no, he's seen them. Saturate though, there's a connection into the judge, and he's just off center with it. Equalize into a 2v2, but again, look at that discipline. MIBR not willing to just run into the site, waiting for the cooldowns. Knife clears one section, nade into the back. Making sure to slow it down at every moment. Does give an opportunity to Envy, though, to regroup up.
Well, the Knife's already cleared these positions, but Aspas is worried someone might be tucked in a corner. Where's your read? Where do you think these defenders actually are?
Yeah, it's a difficult one because they've already taken the timing, wrapping around. Rossi doesn't want to reload this one. He's low enough as it is. Players, though, spotting him out. MIBR well trained onto the angles, finding the right timings for it. Inspire's revealed his positioning. And now he's got a tough challenge ahead. 1v2. Mazzino. It's a fight taken. Aspas doesn't swing off the back of this one. A tap again. Aspas landing it. Straight to the cranium.
Those kind of spots, you see how smart Aspas is. When Mazzino gets killed that quickly, he realizes that the aim can get reset really fast for Inspire. So instead of playing to trade in, really quick reactions, just decides, all right, we're going to play this as 2 1v1s. I'm not going to swing in here because Inspire's already reset his aim. Inspire's not happy about it.
Pulls back, and that is an instant call out for the attack timer. This is early days. We're only on round 5.
Yeah, it is very early on, isn't it? The economy was not looking particularly good there, was it? Poppin was going in with no armor and a judge. And I think that was part of the problem. He got stuck over towards bricks and wasn't really able to take a fight. And to be honest, I loved that reflank all the way through from Rossi up through elbow. And Inspire was distracting for him, and I don't know, man. These MIBR players are just so aware. Instantly, Mazzino and Aspas were covering the wraparound play like it was the most obvious thing in the world.
Another level of instinct on it.
The level of experience on this team is another thing that bears talking about, I think, because it's not just talent. you can have talent with a lot of upcoming players. I think, you know, Sato, for example, phenomenally talented. You know, you got Exter here, very, like, the best mechanical Yoru in terms of how he utilizes the kit. But in terms of, like, actual experience of playing in big matches, day in, day out for years and years, MIBR have collected a huge amount of players with that particular strength on their roster.
10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Been around the block.
Verno's the only guy who hasn't really, and within one rookie year, he's managed to become an IGL.
Yeah, inserted himself. It's
bizarre.
Pretty crazy stuff. Aspas! Straight through mid. Happy to take that fight as well. The refract timing fades away. He doesn't pull himself back. In fact, he's eager to take even more space off of it. Been tracking the economy. Outlaw in his hands. Drone is going to carve up a bit of space through mid. They realize a lot of this one is just clear.
And Aspas is going walkabout here, and he doesn't really care if he loses the Outlaw, because everybody else on his team has got full armor. So he's almost acting as like the lurker here, where he gets to just walk in.
Yep, noise made, and oh, there you go. Shot missed and gone wide.
It's a warning shot.
Yeah, don't think he committed to the reload, which is why he didn't go for the re-swing. Still underhanded with a flash. A fight into Elbow is called for. Inspire with a reposition. He's trying to take this timing so fast. What a shot! Snap straight to the head of Zekken, but they've lost control towards one section, and Mazzino, Snappy himself, straight towards it. Envy feels like they find themselves an in by making these crazy plays, but they just get slapped back down again. And Rossi not anticipating that Aspas was just at that off angle, ajar towards it. MIBR.
They're building up towards some massive ultimates to be able to work with in this next critical economical swing round too. Yeah. It's a hell of a play from Inspire, but the rest of the team just doesn't have the guns to be able to stand toe-to-toe, and a large amount of these 1v1 duels have been going the way of MIBR this whole match.
Yeah.
And now the ults are online, you don't even have to think too much, you just put together a set play round and overwhelm the B site. Inspire is going to have a job on his hands keeping this one back.
Pixel angle. Trust into the aim, but that drone is going to be pushing you off the line. Util going over. Hunter's Fury. This is going to be used to see if they can lead the charge into it. No command on top. A lot of ultimates, but no one's really stepping past this orb. Remains up. Will be falling now just because of that suppression emanating out. Poppin willing to help him out. Doubled up. Potential for the lineup, but Aspas! The res online. Pulls it back. He's out into the open. Needs a follow-up, and the flank is caught. It's explosive when necessary. Exter in a 1v3 now. MIBR still holding it, watching for the repeat, wondering where he could be. Play still not crossed up. 8 at your feet. Hot as anything. Mazzino is already on the perfect line.
One player for Envy makes a great spot, killing 2 of the MIBR players, but there's just way more people to get through. MIBR, every player is so talented, they just trade themselves out, group up together. Aspas has already caught 2 on the entry, and then you just have Zekken coming through, playing his role exactly as he needs to.
MIBR just making it look simple.
They do, don't they? Well, I think it is simpler as well when you have ults to be able to rely on, and you catch the player on the flank. They've got a great awareness and understanding of how Envy are going to try to approach these rounds.
Weak money again. Aspas holding this one down. Prowler pushes him back and away. Envy were looking to refight aggressively with the flashes. Not needed now that they did push Aspas away, but now they can just wait again, hold. A lot of angles to account for. Poppin goes for the re-swing. Keeps his way across. It's Aspas who's spotted. Stray shots going his way.
Could go for a little jump peek over the top of that, but decides not to.
Exter all the way deep.
The game of patience is favoring MIBR in general. It does feel like Envy want to try to force the fights more often.
Banking on that Envy play style of just being frantic, always trying to get active, involved. Kesnet, no real trade there. In fact, the Saturate is good enough as well to really slow them down. So the punish doesn't go their way, 4v4, but Envy players rapidly approaching now to positioning here over towards the A side. Looks like the end goal for MIBR, moving around. Kesnet still a bit of a menace, but he is in a sticky spot. Moving forwards, players behind and around everywhere to count. There's safety in numbers though, and MIBR have got it all under control.
how Mazzino survives in that spot with 2 players pushing him from the back. And credit to his teammates who are holding it from the bricks position. And Inspire in a 1v3 with only a Sheriff. It's very tough.
So, you know, low. He's low. He would have gone down to a single shot, but he's going to be backing up now, making sure to double play it up. Instantly there. It's calm aim from Inspire. Almost felt like he had a chance in it, but 1v3. MIBR on top of things.
If Envy want to get back into this game, next round coming up, there's got to be it. It's do or die at this point.
Yeah.
You've got your money back. You've got 4 out of 5 ults to be able to play with. Inspire could lock down one part of the map with his Viper's Pit. You could play even heavy mid and play retake on one of the sides of the map with extra and Poppins ults. But you know, you've got so many different ways of being able to play your defensive setups with these ultimates now.
Paranoia utilized nice and early here. Aspas is raring to go. Flash overhead. Now that light speed dash into the smoke. So many angles and layers to this one. Snakebite pulled down, a bit of spam into the corner.
It's a distraction to get the Omen really deep as well.
Yeah, Zekken sowing a bit of discord behind enemy lines here. Silent with the drop down, pop in, looking to see if he can re-clear this one. Has the Prowler, but he's misaligned it. Yeah, wasn't expecting that Zekken could already be that deep. TP around. Fakes on fakes. They've hammered a bit of a wedge up towards this middle section of the map. He puts the pressure now onto Egster. Has to use that dimensional drift to get out, but Inspire is still locked forwards into his angle. Pings out, though, where the players are. Potential for the fight to be taken again, but still not favored. MIBR happy to whittle away the opposition. Cautiously at that, and now with the pit in play. Does give an opportunity for the Envy players to get in. Drop down from both of them. Kesnet's forwards again. Now you're going to see it in hand with a shorty. Was hoping for an easy kill, but everybody in position. Rossi, though, reposition is perfect. TP up towards the top. It's their own turn to see if they can get a bit of chaos going, but Verno locking it down. The pit's still in play, means that the decay is going to be kicking in. Damage done, he's found a pocket to potentially renew himself. Hide from the drone. There's still chances for Rossi, but chance fades away at that. This is MIBR. Not just in the driving seat, I mean, they've just been in complete control outside of just losing the pistol.
The Des were giving them a lot of credit for how good their defensive setups look like this. I mean, this is a really nice one to pull out of the strat book. You go for a fake hard B push in order to disguise the fact that Zekken is deep teleporting into mid. Then you cancel the B push because you have Waylay who can just refract fully out, and Zekken ends up being the playmaker. And then you set up for another B split afterwards. It's really beautiful stuff. And Envy have had a horrible time of it. They keep having their economy just knocked back down fully.
Yeah, never a good chance to really get involved. MIBR, one of the faster rounds that we've seen from them now. Big group up, Envy. This is their wheelhouse. They like to play like this. Sees and a flash is primed. Exter's ready for it alongside a Haunt. Whole lot of pressure, whole lot of presence. Envy trying to go for this one here. Exter does manage it, at least with it, but the shots are whiffy, whiffy. There needs to be some backup and follow-up through. MIBR find their way through. In the end, there's a smoke to cut it up, and still, with the rifles, they all just topple, cutting them down. Even when it feels like there's a chance, potential for Envy to get something going, MIBR always find a way back in.
Yeah, MIBR definitely had a couple of whiffy moments there, didn't they? But I guess the same could be said for Envy. Flash and a Prowler play. I felt like there should have been chances there for the team with the lower economy to come out on top. If that had been a rifle round and MIBR play at the same pace, I think Envy are really comfortable in those spots. But it does feel like the rounds in which Envy have got the chances, they just don't have the weaponry to finish it off.
Feels like a very intentional game plan from MIBR.
Yeah.
They know exactly the play style that Envy want to go for.
And they're happy to give him a little bit of hope on the rounds where they control things economically.
It's not 100% slow, but just on the rounds where they're going to be favored playing fast.
Yeah.
Forcing the second timeout.
Yeah, well, this is 7 rounds in a row now for MIBR. I said that round 8, I think, was the one where Envy had to get back into it. They had the ults, they had the weaponry. They had an op there in Kesnet's hands as well. Now this is desperate territory. If they could win 3 in a row off the back of this timeout from Stunner, they'd be feeling great about that. 7-5 half would be an amazing recovery.
Right.
But is it likely? Not based on what we've been seeing.
Yeah, there's never really been a chance. I mean, a few moments on Abyss from individuals showing up, but yeah, as the series has gone on, it just feels almost hopeless
Aspas with an attack operator implies that they're going to be running another one of the slow rounds here. He's 10-5, by the way. Of course he is.
It's just been unbelievable. First map, I believe, 20 kills.
20 and 8.
Yeah.
So total, he's got 30 kills for 13 deaths.
That's unbelievable.
This is coming off the back of just having heart surgery a couple of weeks ago. What on earth?
There's no player like him, really.
No, he's one of a kind.
Prowler tags. This is a bait and switch. They think it's just going to be Tex hiding into the corner. They want to take a chance to jump onto all of this one. But again, yeah, like I said, bait and switch. You don't expect there to be 3 players around the corner. Rossi trying to desperately apply that pressure, put down the smoke to see if he can delay and stall. There's going to be a drone at his back. Tag potential. Convergent pass, locking it down, slowing them to a crawl. MV and Exeter forced to respect it. Has to get the hell out of there. Rossi looking to see if he can contain a chance to take a fight. Dink through the wall, stepping up. And they're just taking turns with these fights. There's a lot of damage done. No clear kill, but there still could be a light at the end of the tunnel. Vulnerable into the corner. They've got coverage everywhere.
The team play is just so beautiful. Exeter's left in a 1v3.
It's unreal. Exeter making a go of it. Again, that damage done. Zekken finished off, snappy towards his head. Exeter now brings it into that 1v2, but Verno going to be trying to play his life. A lot of bullets raining down, a lot of shock darts at his feet. 55 dart. Let out, they know he's not on it. Making him stew, making him question exactly where it's all going wrong.
This round exemplifies how MIBR, I think, are going to be a scary, scary team to go up against. Because, all right, Aspas doesn't get the cleanest kill over towards Elbow, but then Zekken swings in. And then you're trying to get rid of Verno in that corner. You throw a snake bite at him, Aspas comes and covers it.
Yeah.
When you've got players of this caliber all covering for each other, all really intelligent and willing to swing and trade and take pressure off each other, it's like a multi-headed hydra that you have to defeat.
Chop off one head, 2 more threats pop up. And again, similar game plans once more. Ults are being popped off, and this is a weaker buy for Envy. At this point, desperation, grasping at absolutely anything at all.
Inspire finally commits this ultimate, and it's on a round where they've got no money.
Yeah. Few players, or at least just the one. Exeter's on full armor. Aspas with that outlaw. He's been doing this a lot when he knows the money's weak. Just opts into it, tries to take it. Double fight, swing, out. Already gone. Kesnet's going to be scurrying and scuttling away from this one, but there's bullets just chasing him, following him. Underhanded with a flash and no command. Drop down to your feet. Aspas dashes over the heads of multiple players. MV are grouped up here. It's Exeter alongside Rossi. But again, trademark tempering of the round. Just willing to play this one out. Zekken is 4 HP, spraying and spamming him away.
That's unreal. The other 2 players were completely stuck.
That's what spots the last.
I mean, what's Inspire going to do with a Bucky from here?
Not much. Vulnerable applied, but he's being rained down upon long-range artillery in the form of that utility. Inspire's just being chipped down. He can't even get any sort of step forwards.
He's got to try to caterpillar smoke his way forwards with a Bucky.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, you're not going to be favored. Aspas just hugs his wall to the back, plays the range advantage. 9-2, MIBR.
Last round in
this, I mean, if Envy didn't win the pistol round, it would have been just a clean sweep.
Yeah, complete and utter dominance.
They are ready for everything going on.
I love that paranoia. He's incredibly aware, Zekken, of whether that play is going to come through. He needs to be ready for it. And then when you need a little bit of the star power from him, rather than the support, he swings forwards and deletes 2 of them, including through a box, with the spray control on the Vandal.
Rough one for Envy. Feeling like there's just this wall that you just cannot surmount at any point. They're trying to go for these aggro plays, but it's just absorbed, peeled back. MIBR, they don't offer up any players, no mistakes made.
I do like this, though. Envy hard pushing out the B side of the map is going to naturally increase the tempo that MIBR have to play at.
Zekken's conditioned them with that TP play earlier. He's TP'd just with his team, and they are having to hard clear spawn.
They're so worried about it. They're having to clear all of these kind of positions. And meanwhile, Zekken's giggling to himself with the rest of his team.
Yeah, he's with the rest of them. Flash re-clear. Spire's got himself a kill in the form of Tex dropping. Hold on, this is the best chance in a long, long while. Convergent pass. Hinders and slows. Dimensional Drift as well to clear one avenue of it. A lot of ultimates to use. Envy putting them to work for the final round of this half. Verno, 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 Verno! No, not like this! Can't be doing it to him!
This has to be the round for Envy. They were in a 4v1. There's no chance MIBR are also taking this one down.
Just how dangerous MIBR are.
30 seconds left.
Even in rounds like that, spots where it's a 1v4, they always play like they know they're going to win.
It's 20 seconds. Surely Verno can't get to B at this point, can he? He would have to clear so many corners just by running through. He's
going to have to full sprint, I think. He does have the dart to at least give him
what a read, though.
some
what
level
a
of
read,
clearance,
man.
yeah.
I mean, Rossi could be in any of these kind of spots, but he hasn't. Verno's threaded the needle perfectly.
There's a dart. Knows that one section of the site is cleared just in time. You're right. Insane read. Not just the aim, it's the game sense.
It's not the greatest plant in the world, but he's also going to hear these footsteps potentially.
He's forward. Taking up a position into Link. It comes down to this 1v1, a 1v4. Verno. Verno! Oh, it's just filth, man. It's just filth.
I feel bad for them, Brent. I feel bad for them.
Oh, man.
That is an astonishing display of the individual talent. Look at these kills.
Oh!
They force the fight because they know where he is and they're triple swinging him.
The composure in that moment.
Fraud can't believe it. I mean, he must be used to seeing stuff like that in the scrims, though. Get used to it across the rest of the season.
Oh, my goodness. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss how this one ends.
Mixing the signals, and it's out of my hands. We fight and you put my head on your chest. I cry the next thing we're getting undressed. Last night's the last time you're getting my bed. Where do we go? Is it over? I need you close, I need closure.
Well, this has just been one of the most one-sided maps we've seen in quite some time. We saw one earlier, to be honest. I mean, it was just domination from NRG's side of things, but Envy, the only buffer that they've earned is 2 rounds from a pistol round and a follow-up. Since then, MIBR, even in rounds where they weren't in complete control, let's be honest, I mean, that final one, round 12, was just electric, and goes to show, I think, the level of quality in terms of just game plans that MIBR have. They have a firm understanding of how Envy want to play. They're constantly working them, playing a fiddle, and making them dance to their tune, but when it goes awry, player quality can back it up in rounds like that.
Yeah, in order to be considered a super team, you have to have many, many players, if not all of them, who can take over a game and just win you a round out of nothing. And I think you're seeing it. You're getting a demonstration of it right here. Envy are not expected to be a bottom-of-the-barrel team in Americas. I mean, they've already won a game to get to this point in the kickoff. And MIBR are treating them as if they don't exist, as if they are a fly to be swatted. A mild annoyance on a path to Santiago.
Yeah. Raring to go here. Kesnit, light speed up towards the Link. He's going to be meeting potentially Verno, but doesn't want to overextend himself. Slowly gearing up to get themselves into a bit of an A split. They could be meeting potentially their match though in a form Zekken. That's a Paranoia ripped off. Frenzy running, gunning. Verno is going to be ISO'd into this spot. Exter, okay, just essentially solo pushing, but with the reveal inside that smoke. Zekken trying to reposition, but he's missed the timing! Rossi is doing a number on him. Cleaned up by Mazzino, but the damage done to him. 10 HP, not a lot to play with. Sharpshooting is going to have to be ordered up. And not enough health to play with in a spot like that. Envy needed a round like this. 2v1 Tex. Can't be doing it to him again. Can't be dashing away their hopes. Corner angle Inspire. Just trying to play off center. Not cleared. Crosshair placement not there for Tex. So another pistol round to potentially give a bit of breathing room.
Envy win double pistol, but they are still 7 rounds down in the map.
This is just silly.
This was really silly.
So
I mean, Rossi did a good job dueling inside of the smoke there, and then just completely timing Zekken. Gets the knife. You have to laugh, don't you? You have to laugh if you're Rossi in that spot.
I mean, you have no other options. The other option is imploding.
Cry.
Yeah, exactly. Walking up through mid here, MIBR on the weaker buy. Just trying to take it together, see if they can catch a straggler. One player just left apart from the pack. And had flash, they do reveal quite a bit. That might be heard by Egster, so he's going to be TPing back. Has to be, okay, has to be worried potentially if this one, sharp shooting, but he's way out into the open. Mazino happy to trade that one out. Side gain though, MV onto the plant, and they're immediately certain themselves taking a bit of deeper map control.
A couple of players would die to a single shot from the Outlaw here. Pop in and Inspire on light armor or regen armor. But overall, Envy's positioning and the fact that they've got the plant should be pretty good here. I think it comes down to a genuine question. Do you even want to fight this as MIBR? Because though it's 4v4 and you have an Outlaw, you don't really want to allow Envy to get up to ults. And you're not expecting to get too many opportunities here. You'd rather die to Spike. So they're just going to let Aspas have a look.
Yeah, see what he can hunt for with that Outlaw in his hand. That's a kill. Hold on, they want to go for it now. That's opened up the floodgates potentially for it. That's a smoke forwards. Get onto the Spike nice and early, trying to drag these players out into the open. Envy have got it controlled. Goal now just being trying to survive that Spike, and they've been pulled into a spot like that. So
yeah, that's actually really big value for MIBR.
Yeah.
It might have looked a bit funky, but getting 4 rifles out of Envy's hands, 4 weapons, I should say, out of Envy's hands is huge. I mean, there's no bonus round. Would you even want to be taking a bonus down 4-10? I don't know. Maybe you'd want to be forcing up into it anyway, but now the choice is ripped out of their hands, and Kesnit's coming into this one with a Bucky. Egster's coming into it with a Spectre. You know, it's not good, even though they're forcing.
It's a bit all over the place.
I don't know why Kesnit's going for a Bucky here. He could
could
just go
force
for a rifle.
up. I mean, 2 of your players are already forcing. Fast and loose. That's how Egster wants to play this towards A main. Posturing, perhaps, that there could be more players.
Yeah, he did this on the second round as well. I think Kesnit's deliberately bought a Bucky to jump onto somebody's head.
We'll see how this one plays. Yeah, an attempt to potentially flood in, but look at that, just peeling all the way back. Tex doesn't want to overplay. Gives him side control.
MIBR playing fully off for the retake here. They're doing that quite a lot in Abyss as well.
Tex's job is just to hold down elbow control. He's going to be tested again. Short in form in terms of that util. It's just a dry peek and dry swing. Egster wants to have a go of things underhand with that flash again. Rifles, though, working out. 1 for 1. Paranoia, next level of it, nearsighted. Rossi chooses to commit. Rossi did get the 1. Texto dominating. 4 kills, 8 bullets. Clearance into the corner. Kesnit denies. Kesnit comes alive. Forwards again. Good chance for him. 1v1. That's what they needed.
That's the Kesnit value you're looking for with this team. That's the player to replace Kane Zera and give you big rounds like that. The 5th on the board for Envy. Tex almost aced.
Cleaning him up.
I think the game plan does make sense here. You're just not expecting Kesnit to win a 1v3 with a Bucky tucked in a corner. But I think the game plan for MIBR is sensible. You know, they're playing for retake quite a lot because they know that Envy are going to over-push in post-plan. And they're just looking to hold. Only 1 found there.
1 tagged up.
Which means that the defenders are not going to be rotating over to help B, which means that Envy might choose this timing to exec.
Making a call. Winning that bonus does give them significant ins.
3 bandits on the other side. See if the new weapon can pose any danger.
It's a good time to bring it out, pull it out here. Prowler flash in towards the back. Tex is just trying to play himself in. Mazina's also there alongside him. Nades! Time is done! No. Can't be doing this. He's even going peeking over towards heaven. He spotted it wide out into the open, just trying to be controlled with the aim, but punished in the end. Rifles better in the hands of them.
Fast reaction from Rossi instantly taking the space.
He's alone, taking his fight. Zekken wasn't in a position to really try and trade that one out.
Well, Zekken's got a classic as well.
Trying to bait out the shot!
He got the Guardian now.
Smokes out. One way, peel it back a little bit. Doesn't have that Guardian. Hard pressed though to try and find this. A flash and a jump straight into it. Rossi dominating these lines. We'll be able to find Verno. What? Okay. Verno got the rifle. We'll look to see if he can survive in a spot like this. But for MV, just keeping it going one round at a time. It's going to be their goal.
They're about to get up to both of their duelist ultimates as well. There are chances for Envy to be able to respond, which you wouldn't have caught me with that kind of cope at the halftime. It was a pretty spectacular way that the first half ended.
Bro, I don't know why. Now it's fun again. We're winning rounds and it's fun again.
I'm glad it's fun again. But yeah, it's fun to win, man. It's fun to win. If they can win this next one, though, they're really going to keep it going. Aspas has bought down to 150 credits. Second's got none left in the bank.
Good possibility to break the economy.
Yeah, the gold reserves are running dry.
Refract active. Operator in his hands, crouched up. That's a bullet to the chest. Kesnit is gone. Back to safety as well for Aspas. Has it. A lot of coverage in terms of his players that are ready to help him out. Extra wants to send it forwards anyway. Dimensional drift. Again, piece together the direction of where this is going. Light speed up towards heaven. Rejoining the rest of them. Mazzino just trailing. He's caught into this corner though. Wants to take the fight and Extra plays right into his hands.
Aspas is going to have to be fairly slow on this retake. He's got an operator. His job just slowly clearing angles, creating these safe spaces for his team. But it's going to be on people like Tex and Zekken to actually get the retake going.
High priority from MV. They just want to make sure that they have that link control. Paranoia sweeps, drop down from Tex. He's into the corner. Verno looking for that 1v1. Got to know that, yeah, Exodus just there. Betrayed by the barrel that was poking out to the corner. This retake still has some legs towards it. Time is ticking. Inspire, left alone, shot missed, going wide, needs to kill the planter, needs it now! And it all goes wrong here for MIBR.
It's a rare mistake, but a big mistake from Aspas, missing the shot. He had Inspire caught dead to rights, and then secondary weapons just a classic. Wasn't able to apply the right level of pressure, and Inspire can just swing in and delete the diffuser. I think if it wasn't for that missed up shot towards the end, this one is definitely on MIBR.
Yeah.
They had that round wrapped up. Another 1v3. Envy are winning these rounds in unusual ways. I mean, I put the blame on Aspas there, but Zekken also had an opportunity to win a 1v1.
Right.
So both of them, to be honest, letting things slip slightly.
MV clawing their way back in. Got to take it one round at a time.
But it does look doable at this point.
Yeah. I mean, think about stringing the leader rounds that MIBR had. They've managed to drag it just down to 3-round deficit.
Kesnit with a big ultimate to work with. He got picked instantly in the previous round, so no opportunity to use that Waylay ult. But now they don't have to worry about Aspas op. They can take a look at the economy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I thought it'd be worse for MIBR. They're coming into this with 4 rifles.
They want to make a go of things over towards B, but that is where the pit is placed down. They do have Kesnit's ult. It looks like that might be the goal. Yeah, here it is, Convergent Paths, Snakebite. Rossi's going to be TPing all the way deep into behind enemy lines, into their spawns, sowing a bit of chaos, trying to take these fights. There are smokes on smokes. Verno really isolated with movement like that. How is he living? Just beams Rossi down. Can only do so much though from a spot like that. He buys time, crucial seconds. MIBR getting themselves back into position. It's a 3v3.
The weapon dropped in heaven might be available for Zekken to pick up, especially if these Envy players are carrying inside a pit.
Yeah. Deep pit. It's really difficult to see through, but again, it does give possibilities for MIBR to just walk out onto site here.
Zekken's not playing for the better weapon.
Paranoia. It's a connection, at least onto the one. Aspas onto the flank, just offset with the movement. Kesnit wins that out. Critical 1v1, and now can just dominate that main position. Envy up to 8.
And MIBR's economy will not be able to hold on now. They are definitely going to get knocked down into a low buy round. This is genuinely on. 6 rounds in a row, no stopping. And MIBR are forced to take a tactical timeout. At this point, what they're going for is genuinely not working. Envy have come out with some really good responses. The way that they cleared through the pit was pretty beautiful. make use of the Waylay ultimate, get deep in there. You know that the Viper's going to get caught in it, or at least strongly suspect he's going to get caught in it.
Right.
And Tex was a sitting duck. Attack timeout being used here. By the look of it, not so much for Fraud to make adjustments, but to give time for Verno to make the adjustments.
Yeah.
He is rattling off the instructions to the rest of the team.
He's normally, you know, we know him as quite a quiet player just from the interviews, but...
Yeah, he's a quiet person, but I don't think he is a quiet player.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of, you know, counteracting it, to be honest, because he has a lot to say in terms of what's going wrong for them.
It's such an interesting dynamic that Verno, the least experienced player on the team, is the leader, the IGL, giving out instructions to incredibly experienced legends all around him. But when you look at what MIBR were capable of last season, and you look at what Verno individually is capable of as well, and the trust that Aspas has in him, yeah, makes sense. At the moment, though, a serious struggle. They do need to change things on the defense side, because this is 6 in a row that they have lost. Are they going to make the adjustment in this round? Probably not, because this is just the eco, you know. You ride this one out, have a slightly different plan, but into the next round, round 20, that's where we'll see what Verno and Fraud have cooked up.
Sheriff and Bandits scramble together a bit of a bite. There's damage done. Hold on. Flash and a peek in through mid. Big knife as well. It's going to be connecting onto a multitude of players, so noted. Footsteps. Sound made.
Poppin, you are alone with the spike.
With the spike, yeah. Very forward position. There's no way you want to re-peek this one.
I don't think we've seen the team go for 5 bandits, Brand, yet.
He wants to go for this. He knows it's a close drone. Saturate is good, though. Peeking into it. Aspas low enough. Saturate's not really doing too much. It's good. Diligent. Envy making sure that they leap into this one and take these fights together. On the same page the whole time.
That's crazy. I thought that was 150 range there. 2 left. Mazzino and Tex. Envy, I think, have done the hard work at this point, getting through. Utility from both the duelists look good.
Yeah. Should be a round win easily wrapped up. Now Envy going to be only trailing by 1.
I think Exeter wants to be hunting for these kills if they're thinking about that kind of stuff. It's difficult to optimize the details in a game like this where you're on the comeback and it feels like every round's difficult.
Yeah, you're just barely keeping your head above water. So.
But in theory, getting Exeter's ult online that's crazy.
In the night. I mean,
it's not going to affect the round outcome.
No, they're just going to be going down to the spike ideally. Hold on. Bit of a realization. Damage done.
Don't think it matters for the economy really for Envy.
Yeah.
Exeter doesn't have that much money, but the rest of his team can drop.
So what is the adjustment going to be, though, for MIBR? Timeout was taken for this round in particular. The retake on B setup, they've been getting punished quite a lot, really, just in terms of trying to group up.
Yeah, I think B looks a little weak. I think they want to be playing it for retake quite a bit by the look of things. But at the same time, Envy have been winning a lot of 1v3 situations, 1v4 situations. There's been some strange rounds going on.
Sure.
So do MIBR really need to change too much? Or is it about minimizing those mistakes?
Aspas for the operator might be gearing up to take a fight here. Especially with that Prowler unnoticed. Aspas push back up, doesn't have that refract popped off, but a light speed gets out of there just off that initial pick. Zekken also with a reposition. Shots are fired off. Zekken holding it down towards elbow. Absorbs most of that aggression. TP is going to be hurt there. Hunter's Fury into the corner. Good tags, good connections. Rossi is left to his devices, left to do it all. But this time it's MIBR slamming that door straight in their faces.
That one looked very easy, didn't it? Complete reversal of fortunes for MIBR and Envy. I love the positioning from Aspas. I think he plays that round absolutely beautifully. He takes a passive line at the beginning, really safe and cautious, so the Prowler misses him, completely out of range, and then he creeps forwards afterwards and grabs the easiest kill onto Poppin.
Yeah.
I wonder if that reaction from Poppin is mid-round, like as he dies. Or whether that was right at the end. Quite a reaction from your IGL mid-round if that was the case.
I think it's just goes to show, I think, expectations that they place on their own shoulders to try and get it done. Dash into your face, Kesnit. Eager to draw out a bit of this blood here, swinging out wide. Sheriff's with it. Barely anything to work with. Convergent pass. Aspas is trying to push this one. Operator in hand. Rest of his team to lead it. Flashed, blinded, sees is good. Trying to really swing out. Claim a couple of these kills. Brings it to a 2v2. Weapons are dropped down to the ground, but they don't want to go for it. Envy are looking to fight this one potentially forwards. They don't have the guns. It's being held. MIBR too predictable. They know exactly what Envy's game plan is. When the plan doesn't start going down there, just hold and wait for them to play to you.
They do have such a good read on the way that Envy want to play. They're one of the most aggressive teams from what we're expecting.
Wow.
But even with the read, that still requires very good mechanics from Tex to be able to finish that off. Because the way that they play with Rossi jumping in and the next guy swinging into trade is tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Tex definitely looking like he's in form. I had my doubts based on the 2025 season, but he looks good.
MIBR just need one now. Who's next? Seal up this series. It's been tough for them to string together a couple of the rounds on this half. Egster, it's going to make it that much more difficult now. Dimensional Drift counting for a couple of the players' positions here in that dash forwards. Reclaiming a bit of space. Verno steps forwards. Find that he wins out with Inspire going down. Hold on, that's a Bucky. Drone broken. It's not the best buy in the world again for Envy, just for them to survive and stay in this match. No command now. Emanates out. Waves forwards. Util ripped away. Tex is going walkabout off onto the flank. Egster trying to watch for this one, but again, the aim and just all that alongside it. Tex is a little bit too composed in this moment. But MIBR trying to close up that net. Kills for Envy, though. Start coming alive and really activating. Picking up the extra weaponry. Get a bit more control into a round like this. Aspas with a quick reposition. Being assailed from multiple directions. Needs some bailout from Zekken, but Zekken is no more. Aspas, he can round with that position, but the swing and the trade is perfect on the timing. Rossi keeps his team in it.
Very impressive that Envy are keeping this one properly close. After losing 2 in a row, they immediately respond back. The positioning, I wasn't a big fan of. They were getting pinched from every single avenue. 2 from spawn, 2 from A main, 1 in connector. It looked like Envy was surrounded, but they brawled their way out. And it's MIBR using their final tack time out here to try to make, again, another adjustment.
Yeah.
This is heating up nicely.
Yeah, and Envy, it feels like they're barely able to get a stable buy going. But all of them have rifles, but they've been keeping it moving, keeping it going.
Well, it's actually on both sides right now. Neither team has got too much money to be able to work with.
Right.
So Envy, you know, they just won the previous round. They're definitely going to be buying up here. Obviously, MIBR are also at match point, so of course they're going to be buying up. But MIBR themselves can take a half buy and chill for a little bit. If MIBR lose, I'm going bald.
Okay.
When was that one tweeted?
Yeah, exactly.
Not within the next.
Pulling that one back?
Yeah,
or?
not within the last. Not within the last half, I don't think.
Well, timeout's going to be ticking down. Envy. They're finding it hard pressed again, but they are staying alive. Still in this matchup against Juggernauts in the form of MIBR.
Now, what is that ping?
I see Rossi as an ult.
Yeah, exactly. Is that for an Omen ultimate deep into spawn?
Might be the case.
Are they cooking?
See what play they might cook up here. Critical round. Bit of a crossroads here for the map itself. Aspas with a peek. A lot of damage. He's going to have to respect that one back once more. Envy are not willing to rush into anything. Prowler, re-clear into mid. See if they can pull some of these players in a different direction. Aspas seems to have a bit of a strong read that the A pressure was fake. He's already rejoining his team over towards B.
Yeah, I think MIBR have got a good idea that Egster's default at the start of the round often ends in a B hit.
That's held. As soon as there's signs of life, Util's going to be sent flying forwards, and that reveal, moving forwards, Inspire, he's leading the charge. Forwards is the call. Popping and him, and then south, this is over, potentially in the blink of an eye. Second upgrade acquired. It's going to really have to be sharp in a spot like that, but overwhelmed by the Envy players. Up to 11. One more round to drag it to OT.
MIBR, though, took a tack timeout for this final round of the half. The adjustment that they're looking to make is here, when Aspas can afford an operator and there's full rifles available for everybody else. So Envy, most difficult round they've yet to win.
Enemy remain.
They've done an incredible job of getting back into this one, though.
Yes! Come on!
This map looked impossible after the first half.
Been completely shut out, but here we stand. One more round. The potential for OT or a series ending.
And here it is, that TP into spawn.
Yeah, play was called for here, and this is going to be, again, pulling these MIBR players out and around, but with Rossi cleaned up so early. Envy are going to be trying to rush into this one, but it might be to their own demise. Tex playing around it, adjust the aim, sharp. Locks onto the cranium, and now he's looking for a little bit more with support for the rest of the team. It crumbles at the finish line. Kesnet left to do it for them. One man in a 1v3.
He won an enormous round for them earlier on with a Bucky, but this one, even with the better weaponry, I think is looking much tougher. He doesn't have that position on site. He's not going to be overlooked. And the plant isn't down.
Rounds like this, when you're on the brink, the precipice of just dragging it to an extension, they're the most tantalizing. They rush into it and leave Kesnet in this spot, a 1v3. Repositions to main, but there's a smoker alive. That's it. Zekken locks off that lane. Kesnet forced to now take a peek through. Verno might have just spotted that one. Unsure of the angles. Refract's going to be fading. Needs to be sublime, needs to be unreal, near sight in. Everything being cut away from him, many senses, but he has to rely onto the aim. Saturate is good, and Aspas a little bit better. MIBR, they take it 13-11, heavily tested, heavily bruised, but they do find it cleanly enough towards the end, 2-0.
That final half, I think Envy can be proud that they came back into the game, but you've got to remember that Abyss and the first half were complete dominance from MIBR. I think this was a really interesting first showing of a super team in Americas.
Yeah.
We got to see some outrageous individual rounds. We got to see them generally have good teamwork, good ideas, and a lot of depth. But then we also got to see that they can bleed.
Definitely so.
And on Corrode, it did feel like that could have gone to overtime. It could have potentially gone the way of the underdog, making an enormous comeback.
There's a lot to be said about Envy themselves as a team that were able to just rally, I think. In a spot like that, you're playing against one of the most anticipated teams in Americas, right? MIBR. Fan favorites in their own regard. But they didn't give up hope. They were able to really press them all the way to the bitter end. And ultimately, MIBR were able to find a way through. 13-11 being the finish towards on Corrodes. They can take a bow, they can move one step further forwards in this upper bracket.